Hey guys, so for today's video, we are talking about and playing with the new Sigma and Beauty and the Beast collection. Look at this giant PR box. This video is kindly sponsored by Sigma, and I'm so excited to show you this whole collection and show you how I got this makeup look. I think it is so beautiful. Let's go over everything in this collection. Starting with the eyeshadow palette, it is $59, and it does come with 14 shadows and a dual-ended brush. I can't wait to play with this palette. I love all the neutral tones in here, but you also have a few pops of color with the blue shades, the pinks, and the purples, and the really warm brown. This is just a stunning color story. And then we have the cheek palette that retails for $39, and in this we have 2 blushes and 1 highlighter. And then we have the mini lip set for $29 that has 3 hydrating lip creams in universally flattering shades. And then we have the brush set that retails for $89, but it does have a $135 value. And in this brush set you get the F46 angled foundation, the F44 powder sculpt, the E24 diffused blend, the E55 eye shading, the E15 flat definer, and then this gorgeous blue glittery makeup bag. And if you do decide to pick up any of these products, the code AngelaBright will save you some money on Sigma's website. I'm so excited to do a look with these products, so let's get started. So as much as I love this whole neutral part of this palette, which I will probably do a second video on, I want to play with these pinky shades down here. These shimmers look so gorgeous. So I'm going to start with Ego on the E38 that comes with the palette. And I'm going to start by lightly packing that shade on the outer part of my eye. Then once I have less product on my brush, I'm going to kind of blend out the shade. Ever since I got this palette and was like looking at the shade names and everything, I have been singing Beauty and the Beast nonstop. I literally listened to the whole soundtrack yesterday when I was getting ready, and it was amazing. I just love the songs in Beauty and the Beast. The shade is blending out really nicely on its own. Now I'm going to flip the brush over and pick up Rose Petal on the E54. And I'm going to place this kind of on the center of my lid, but also overlapping with that Ego shade. Ooh, this is such a pretty pink. And this shade is applying beautifully with the brush. I'm sure you can make it even more pigmented if you apply it with your finger. Now on that same brush, I'm going to pick up Belle, and I'm going to place this shade on my inner lid. And then I am overlapping that shade with the Rose Petal. Then I am going to go back and with Rose Petal touch that up because I kind of want this shade to be the one that like really pops on the lid. I love how this gradient is looking from like the kind of soft gold to the pink to the warm reddish brown out there. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Runaway on the E55 from the brush set, and I'm just going to stamp that kind of along the base of my lashes into the very outer corner of my eye, just for a little bit of depth. I love how this shade is nice and warm like Ego, so these two go together perfectly. I went ahead and did my foundation and concealer off camera. Now let's do the lower lash line. I'm going to clean off my E54 on my Sigma switch just to get all the pigment off of this brush. And I'm going to pick up more Runaway on the tip of this brush, and I'm going to run that across my lower lash line. This shade is so pigmented, and I love a warm brown like this. Now I'm going to take the E25 that comes in the brush set, and I'm going to use it clean just to blend out my lower lash line. I'm going to pick up Winter's Night, and I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner. I went ahead and popped on my mascara and lashes, and for my lashes, I'm wearing the Bright Lashes Flutter, and that's just a little half lash right here on the outer corner. All right, the eyes are all done. Now let's do some blush and highlighter with the face palette. So we have two blush shades here. This one's a little bit more pink, this one's more peachy, and then the highlighter, of course. I think today with my eyeshadow, I want to do the more peachy blush. So I'm going to take Beauty Within on the F44 that comes in the brush set. Oh, that is a pretty blush. I also just love the imprint on this blush with the rose in the case. Oh, it's so pretty. Using this collection, like, I want to watch Beauty and the Beast after I'm done filming this. Maybe I'll watch it as I'm editing it. That'd be fun. I'm gonna do that. But I'm really liking the colors in this blush palette because these are shades that I can see myself using all the time. And I do really like Sigma's blush formula. I'm super happy with how that blush looks. Now let's do the highlighter. The highlighter is called Lumiere. How freaking cute. I am pretty fair today, so I'm not exactly sure if this will show up. Oh, it might be a little too deep for me today. I'm pale right now. So I think I might just try it as like a little blush topper. So I'm gonna take some of that on the tip of this brush and just kind of place that where I would normally highlight, but also kind of more right on top of the blush, just to add even more glow. Now let's move on to the lip cream set, and I'm actually super excited about this set because of the shades in it. Sigma just came out with this lip cream formula a few weeks ago, and in their core line of the lip creams, I do think they lean a little bit dark, but in the lip cream set, there's these two gorgeous kind of more pinky nude shades, which are shades that I just love to wear. So the two I really like are Bonjour and Spellbound. I think today I'm gonna do Spellbound just because I feel like it goes with my eyes a little bit more. And this formula is really nice and easy to use. It is hydrating and pigmented and just feels great on the lips. And I also really like the small applicator on these minis. All right, and this is my final look using the Sigma and Beauty and the Beast collection. I know I said this about the Cinderella palette when they first came out with this, but I feel like the Beauty and the Beast palette beats the Cinderella one for me. This one's just so pretty. I would love to know your thoughts on this collection and whether or not you're gonna pick anything up, but if you are shopping on Sigma's website, don't forget my code AngelaBright can save you some money. I'm definitely gonna do some more looks with this palette, so stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.